Hi Leo, welcome to your reconciliation reading for October 11th through November 10th. Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below, as well as the recommend a reader shout out, which goes to Tarot Faith Keeper. Love and support to her. Check her out. Show her some love and support yourself if you like what she has to say. This is intended to be a romantic love reading, but it may resonate in other areas of your life. All right. Did I say everything? This is also just, gosh, it's kind of been all over the place, but it is intended to be about a desired reconciliation and you two are talking about it, or this is the other person that wants it. Like, you're both on board with this. Might take some convincing. It might be like, well, it's still going to take some time, but the desire's there. But it's also taking a look at what's behind it. So that might change your mind, or, you know, it's just food for thought. But it takes a look specifically at a desired reconciliation by both of you. All right, Leo. All right, for Leo. And there it is. Judgment, the reconciliation, judgment, the redemption, the atonement. All right. Queen of Wands, Nine of Cups, Page of Swords, Page of Wands. Knight of Wands, the Empress. Have it. Four of Swords and the Seven of Cups. All right, let me get the little guys here. Have it. Four. All right. So this is about you two taking things. Golly, this is coming up for everybody. It's going to be a series of taking things slow. The desire's there, but it's going to be about reestablishing stability and trustworthiness and getting back into the groove with each other. And I think this might be someone that understands that, okay, I need to be, this could be someone that understands the difference between, okay, I don't want it to be to where either I am or you are, like there's this controlling aspect to it where someone's kind of codependent. That's what I'm trying to say. It's codependent. It's more about, all right, we each maintain our independence and we each have this, you know, like interdependence, right? Like in the middle of the circle, that's you, both of you, what you do together, how you are, and then here's you and here's them, right? And this could be this person working on that issue, the codependency. I think there's a feeling that this was kind of one-sided, or that this was where someone was doing everything, but then there might have been some martyrdom, or, you know, well, I did everything and I was the best partner to you. It's like, yeah, but that also carries a lot of obligation for me. Like, maybe I didn't need you to do all that stuff, and just because you did that doesn't mean that I owe you, or that, do you know what I mean? Like, it can kind of go down that road. Like, it, you know, someone's really attentive and the best partner ever, but then they also are constantly disappointed or let down because they're starting to get tired, and the other person's like, well, what do you want from me? Oh gosh, I don't know. I didn't know you had all these expectancies. I just thought you were a giver. Let's see. Wait. All right, let's see. So this could be Aries, Taurus or Aries, Cancer, Scorpio, or Sagittarius. All right, what's this? There it is. What's this Queen of Wands about? The Sun. Could be Leo. What's this Page of Swords? Eight of Cups. Okay. All right. Okay, what's this Knight of Wands about? This is someone that realizes they've got, oh, look at that. They've realized that, all right, I need to communicate how I feel. I need to be more attentive. I need to work on being able to talk about things and not shut down. All right. Else, what's this Four of Swords about? Yep. What's Four of Swords about? Ace of Wands. And this is someone that has to be able to let go. We have like someone that might be using the silent treatment here. Someone that doesn't talk about how they feel about things. Someone that holds grudges. Someone that realizes now that they need to be more open about how they feel, and in an effort to communicate and to connect, rather than kind of shut down and want to control because of that. So it could be that they're realizing that they were the one that was codependent, that they were the one that used lack of connection or lack of communication as a way to control and to guilt. And there's martyred, and it's better, much more better to be open to problem solving and shedding light on everything and illuminating and having an optimistic attitude and even assuming good intentions. Because the thing here, Leo, is it's almost like they didn't see who you were. They might have some past situations that kind of make them look through a filter. Like they might not be readily able to assume good intentions of people because they've got some hurts or past issues that they haven't resolved yet. So it's kind of colored the way they're looking at things now. So this is someone that might have a chip on their shoulder or just feels like they're under a black cloud. And they've really got to shift that perspective. They can't be assuming the worst, and they can't be so tightly controlling of everything. Because for people like you who are noble, it's offensive. For the Leos that I'm reading for, it's really offensive when someone, just assumes all these things about you. And you're like, I've been nothing but honorable and upfront with you and open and, wanting to work through something with you. And you're the one that is controlling and giving me the silent treatment, or not wanting to talk about communicating, or not wanting to work on things. You just shut down on me. So this is someone that probably upon reflection now realizes, okay, maybe that's not the best way to problem solve, to work through things with a partner. All right, what's this 7 of Cups about? 4 of Pentacles. What's this 9 of Cups? 6 of Cups. This Page of Wands. Hierophant, that could be Taurus or Aries. Let's see what's this Taurus about. What's this Empress about? 3 of Cups. All right. So this is going to be something that needs to take time, and it needs to. And same thing with it. It's like all the fire signs are on the same page, because this across the board, this was, especially for fire signs, it's like they need to be able to prove. And this is going to take some time. And while there's appreciation for them thinking about things, this is water. My throat's been funny for a couple days. So, but this is someone that it's not enough to have good intentions or to want and to be like, well, I thought about it and I've realized a few things, and it's going to take some time. Nothing wrong with that. Can't just go back to the same situation, because then the same thing's going to happen. So that's always a learning curve, right? You think, well, I have new awareness, so we can't fall into the same behavior patterns. Oh, yes, you can. Well, yes, you can. It happens. Everybody's human. So this is someone that, well, for one thing, they want you to be interested again. And I think they realize that they might have worn you the hell out because of the fact that they might have been rather controlling, or kind of, there might have been some insecurity there. So that was probably a real turnoff to you, because you're like, I can't, oh, that's loud. I can't carry you. Like I can deal with a lot of things, but I'm not going to deal with somebody who's overly controlling because they're insecure. So I'm not going to, that could have been the issue as to why you broke up. So this is someone that is trying to work on that, but it is going to take time, and and what's showing here is it's not enough to have all these really great ideas about how we can. It's going to take time to show those ideas. It's going to take time for this to come to fruition. And I think there's this, I get the sense that after being out there, being on their own, doing what they're doing, having their own time frame, or having, just their own way of doing things and being on their own for a while. Again, there was a lot. We got the Empress here. We got the 6 of Cups. We got the 9 of Cups. This is somebody that really liked being in partnership. They're realizing there was a lot of benefits to the stability, especially with you, because you're no slouch. And it's funny because that's showing up for Aries also, and Sag. So yeah, this is someone that just wants things to go back to the way they were. And while it might be enough as a starting point, as an entry, that they've given this a lot of thought and they've realized this and that it needs to be followed up by action. They do understand how their behavior kind of really skewed things. They realize, okay, I need to work on communication skills, and I need to be more, instead of holding grudges, it needs to be about, instead of being about who's right, it's about what went on and how we can manage that or help that or whatnot. So this is someone that's coming around, but I don't know, we got a couple pages here. It's great in theory, but then it applied, it could get a little wonky. So, and it's not enough to just want things back to the way they used to be because you were happier then, because you got a lot of your needs met. It has to be a reciprocal thing. It has to be about you too, Leo, right? So it needs to be reciprocal. It can't just be for their benefit, because then it's just a parent relationship. Yeah, so, you know, the desire to want to return to simpler days because we were happy then. Well, you were happy, but I was exhausted. It could be. I think they want you to be interested in this connection again. I think they want you to be open to it again. They realize that you were a really good partner, and, you know, we got the Queen of Wands and Empress here. So they are just asking for a second chance because they probably have not been around somebody that's been as good as you. This is somebody too that could be telling you they want to leave, not leave. They're ready now to finally commit and to have things be stable instead of kind of, maybe there's been some drama, you know, maybe there's been some with the silent treatments and the not communicating or not being very forthcoming about being together and building a future together, or just talking and communicating because I work too much, I this and that. You know what I mean? It was like you were on the back burner. So this could be somebody that's like, okay, I'm going to leave all that workaholicness and all that partying and indulging behind. And I've thought about it. I've had fun. Really want to focus on us now. It could be that. It could be that it's someone that it's not so much about the emotional issues that they might be dealing with that caused them to shut down. It's just that, you know, they were kind of partying too much and working a lot. And now they're like, okay, I'm ready. I've looked at how that has damaged their relationship, and I'm ready for you for you to be the top priority rather than me partying and, you know, just not really paying attention to us. Right. What else for Leo? Bound, which could be that emotional piece I was talking about, that someone has it's a lot easier for them to hold grudges and disconnect than it is for them to work through what's going on. This is old behavior patterns. So that could be some needing to work, you know, old behavior patterns as far as how I cope, how I solve my own problems, how I relate to others in conflict, that sort of thing. This is perhaps someone's got to work on that. And maybe that's why you're like, okay, we're going to be taking this slow because I need to know that you're not going to revert back to, you know, giving me the silent treatment. Or I need to know that you're ready to move past the sadness and the grief and the resentment and the you know, grudge holding, and want to problem solve and be optimistic and have that can-do attitude. And like, we're going to do it. We're going to get through this. Let's resolve this. Let's look at it differently, that sort of thing. What else for it? Hourglass. Time is slipping. So that feels like this is, and it felt, I think it was Sag, it felt this way. That this is one of those things where this is probably the last time you want to, you want to do that with this person. This is probably the last time you want to have these issues with this person. So this is, I could see now why you're like, nope, it's going to take time. You know what? I appreciate the epiphanies that you've been having, and I appreciate, you know, wanting to do things differently and all of that. But I don't want to keep doing this. I don't want to go through this again. And at the end of the day, I can't solve these issues for you. It's got to be you. And, you know, again, this is someone that really finds it safe, peaceful, secure in being under Leo's wing, or, you know, with Leo at the helm. And Leo likes to be cared for also. You want to feel that with your partner also. Otherwise, again, this is just a ministry or a parenting relationship. So this has got to be somebody that is going to be able to give you that back, because they have really, I mean, what's showing up here is they've really benefited from, you know, the safety and the security that you provided them, and the happiness. Things were very simple for them. You were a very good partner to them. So this is going to need to be somebody that can give that back. And it's going to take time to establish that and to build that trust and that security and stability, and for you to see that this person's capable of it. And it's almost like, you know what, things need to develop or not be, or I need to see some action here, because otherwise, I mean, we got the Four of Cups here, or Four of Pentacles, and the Seven of Cups. It's almost like if this chaos and drama doesn't subside, then this is me staying locked down over here in my corner. And with each passing day or just situation, it could go either way. It could be that you're like, okay, I feel good about the changes I'm seeing, or it's like, you know what, it's just not going to do it for me. I'm sorry. So while you might be open to this reconciliation, this person's got their work cut out for them, because they basically have to adult better. They have to life and adult better. They've got to have better coping skills and relating and conflict resolution skills, and being able to kind of move past and let things go in an effort to build connection and trust rather than control and shut down and be a martyr and codependent and all that. So, all right. Oh, I already did this one. What am I doing? What else for Leo? Okay. Also, just looking at this could be somebody that is grappling with addiction, with just something that they're going to be in and out. It's going to be one of those things where you're going to have to be aware of or consider that this is someone that's going to be in and out of, relapsing, rehab, addiction, that sort of thing, slipping back into negative behavior patterns. We got the devil for all intents and purposes here, and Empress, 3 of Cups, and then we've got Judgment. So this could be somebody that is really good for a while, that kind of wins at life for a while, and then they slip back into old behavior patterns, whether it's addiction or just they kind of start holding grudges again, or they're unkind, or that unmanaged part of it, they have a bad day or a bad month and they're just really gravelly and growly. But this is someone that is going to need, I don't know, there could be a management issue of someone's issues is what I'm trying to say. That could be part of the dynamic, that they've realized, look, I'm probably going to relapse, or I'm going to always struggle with this part of my life. I'm always going to need to manage, being curmudgeonly or bitter or whatever. But the point is, this is someone that could have that awareness that, this is always going to be an issue for me, and I'm going to need help managing that. That is a very different message than someone coming forward and having all these great ideas and let's see what happens. But then when the rubber hits the road, we slip right back into our default behavior. So there's that. And then they're saying, you know what, when the going gets tough, I really want to act this way, or I really want to use, or I really want to do this. I'm going to need help with that. And I need you to know that, because when the chips are down and when you can see that, I'm going to need you to have it back and to save me from myself. That's going to be our dynamic. So if you can handle that, that very well could be this also, is that someone's going, I need you to have it back when I don't. And I know that's a lot to ask a partner, but I'm just telling you that's always going to be a part of our dynamic. This could very well be that. And that's why you're like, I just don't know. I just don't know if I can do that. It's going to have to be situation by situation. Because that can be kind of exhausting, having to save someone from themselves. And it looks very differently if someone's giving their level best effort managing that. And they're like, I need some help. I'm doing my best, but I need some help. Versus someone that just every 3 months, they want to be able to have a hall pass for a week to go do whatever. Very different things. That's someone being responsible and trying versus someone just going, I've been good. Can I just please go mess up for a week and then you can clean up my mess again? Else for Leo. Good. I'm glad for this, because you know what? Right after I said that, I thought, even still, bless them for being honest about their issues and being like, okay, I get it. I know I need to work on this and that, whatever. Yay. But even still, that can still be a deterrent, because after a while, even that takes its toll. And it does take a special kind of partner to be able to know that, all right, to just know what they're getting themselves into when it comes to that. So even if someone is open and honest about their stuff, it's all about the load we want to take on. Like, okay, am I okay with handling this about a relationship or this person? Because if you're not one to help somebody with, addiction or triggers or whatever, then this is not for you. And it feels like you have, that's why you're considering. That's why you're waiting and considering and seeing what happens over time, because you know what you're getting into. You know what you're dealing with. You've got history here. You know this person's issues. So them realizing that whatever the issues are, it could be just someone that hasn't been very nice and really wants to be more giving and connecting. The point is, awesome that they realize it, but knowing what you know, having been with them and the way they treated you and the way you treated them and what your dynamic was, Do you want to do that again? Because it will come up again. What's showing here is that this person has an awareness of it, but it's going to happen again. If you're okay with it and you two work on management with it, and fine, but you need to know what you're getting into by reconsidering this. Because the issues that had them, that they, for now, might be at bay, or they're working on, and they're on an upswing and things are working out and they're really positive and they really want to move forward, and they're going to hit a low again. That's just life. It's not them or it's just life. So just know that whatever is set into place now, that's going to need to be called upon again, and that this person might need you more than someone else might in a relationship just because of their dynamic. Just saying. Not good or bad, it just is, and you need to know what you're getting into. All right. This is a person who wants back together with you, and as much as you love and want a reconnection with them, if you do, you need to know what you're getting into. That's for Leo. Armadillo spirit. Yay, set healthy boundaries. Boom. Okay, before I turn this over, I was going to not wax poetic, but here's the thing. I don't know how to say this concisely. Okay, so say you've got someone coming in like gangbusters, coming in hot, wants a reconnection, reconciliation. They're going to just show you this and that and the other. That is absolutely great, unless it is not how they normally are. Unless they're really going to try and wow the pants off you, but their shelf life is about 2.5 weeks for that. So I really hope you say yes before then, because all I got in me is about 2.5 weeks. That's not going to cut it here. Because what happens is you get someone trying to be something they're not, and then when you finally commit and whatnot, you somehow have developed this unhealthy dynamic again to where, you're, okay, I'll take you back, and then they're trying to manage you by doing what you want, just so they please you and keep you over here so that they can go and do, oh God, no. It takes a lot of effort to try and be something you're not. It's pointless. This, set healthy boundaries, we got the bound here, we got the Six of Cups, this could be you two have a history of relating to each other, not in the best possible way. Three of Cups, and we could have somebody with an addiction issue. Could be some codependency here. So this is all about taking, baby steps, seeing how it goes, setting those healthy boundaries so that you don't, and that's a 3, interesting, so that you aren't parenting this person again, or you're not parenting them again. Yeah. Because this feels like it's going to be the last time for you. Doesn't mean that you're going to stop caring about them, but it's just, you don't want to keep doing this. And at some point, having a history with somebody is not enough to legitimize, continue to stay with them if it's just going to be you rescuing them all the time. Oh God, 6 minutes. All right. What else for, let's say what else for Aries? What else for Leo? What's for Leo? Why did I say Aries? Where's Aries? Is there Aries here? Oh. What's for Leo? Leo. Taurus or Aries? What's for Leo? Oh, there's Aries. What's for Leo? Aries and Leo. Interesting. I'm going to have to put a dot here or something to say, okay, this is reverse or this is upright. All right, 8 of Swords. Oh, 8 of Swords, the Empress. Okay. Did the 8 of Swords come out at the very beginning? No, I think that was Sag. I think that was Virgo or Sag. All right, so 8 of Swords and the Empress. This, here's the thing. This is being like, I don't know what to do because, or not to know what to do, but I'm not doing anything. I'm probably going to talk to friends about this because when it's good, it's really good. But when it's not good, it's controlling, it's chaotic, and I feel stifled and trapped and unloved and used. This is both extremes in one. So this is basically not knowing what to do because you've experienced both with this person. When you guys are connecting and you two are on the same page, it's wonderful. But when they're in the throes of whatever, or when they're playing those emotional games, or when you're not connecting, it feels like an elephant sitting on your chest and you're exhausted, and it's just you. So good that you're taking it day by day and taking time, and because this is going to need to be vetted. And again, they're going to really have to show you over time. And I'm not just talking weeks. I'm talking like, months here, like 5 or 6 months, honestly, that they are consistently doing what they said they would do, that they mean it, that this is not a chore for them, that they are actually at this level of wanting stability and commitment and wanting a steady progression forward, or just that steady applied effort to build trust. You know what I mean? That it's not going to be, okay, I've been good for 3 months. But what do you mean been good? As opposed to you really want to be down in the Badlands somewhere, just, you know, up for 3 days straight. Is that what what's this be good? What am I, your parent? You know? All right. Okay, Leo, awesome. 3 minutes. I think that's a record. I hope this was helpful. Please take your time. There is no rush, and it's your life, so it needs to be about you too, and it needs to be just as fulfilling and safe and prosperous for you as well. You need to be able to get your needs met also. All right. Thank you for stopping by, and I hope to see you in the next reading. Take care.